So in this video, we're going to be learning the shell stitch. So you want to start off with your slip knot. Okay, so here's mine. And you want to insert your hook in, and we are going to do a multiple of 6 chains plus 2 more. So on my website, I have put in you chain 20 if you have a size H hook, which is the size that I have. But if you have a size F or G hook, you're going to chain 26 stitches because your hook is much smaller. So you're going to need more stitches to be the same size. So I'm going to go ahead and chain my 20 stitches. Okay, so now I have my 20 stitches, and the reason why we are doing 2 more than multiple of 6 is because your shells are going to be for the multiple of 6, but then you're going to do a single crochet in the beginning. And remember, with single crochet, you need to go into the second chain. So that's why we have 2 more. So right here, I have 1 chain right here and another chain right here, and I'm going to go into that and do a single crochet. Okay. Yarn over, come through the loop 1 time, yarn over, and come through both loops. Okay. So now what you want to do is skip 2 chains. So you see how this big baggy hole is there? That's part of the single crochet that you just did, or what I just did. This is the next chain. This is the next chain. So I skip these 2 and I go to the third one. And I want to double crochet into that 5 times. Now what that means is that you're going to go into that big baggy hole again and again until you have 5 double crochets. So like this. This is 1. Then I'm going to go into here 1 more time. This is 2. 3. 4. And 5. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a sec. I just want to make sure that I have 5. 1, 2. Okay. So I have 5. It's just going to keep the count easier if I have 5. So now you want to skip 2 chains. So here is 1 chain, and here's the next chain. And then you want to go to the third chain and just go in and do a single crochet. Pull through both loops the second time. Okay. So now I've done that, and you can see clearly how the shell forms, and it looks really nice when you've completed this. So then, now that I've done my single crochet, I'm going to skip 2 more, and I'm going to go into the third chain, and I'm going to do 5 double crochets into here, just like before. So here's 1. And you basically want to continue this pattern until the end of the row. So now I have this, and you should be able to end. Oh, I messed up a little bit, but that's okay. You should be able to end in the last chain. If I think I might have miscounted. But end in your last chain with a single crochet. It's okay if it's a little off. Okay, so now you have your single crochet, and then what you want to do is chain 3. So chain 3, this is going to be your turning chain. A turning chain, for those of you who don't know what it is basically chains that you do in order for you to be able to turn your piece without having it to be lopsided. So now that you can see the shells clearly, you can see that they're bottoms and tops. And this is going to be helpful because you're going to be making new shells right here, and you're going to use the tops to make your single crochet. So, but before we do that, we want to take double crochet into here twice, making it look like there's 3 double crochets in here. This is going to be like half a shell. Okay, so I have my 2 double crochets. Now you want to skip 2 and go into the third, essentially the middle of the shell. So you can just remember the middle of the shell, or you can count all the way to 3, whatever suits you. Okay, so I have my single crochet and you count 2. This is not part of it, so make sure you do not count this, because as you can see, right here is where my single crochet is, so you don't want to count that when you're counting your 3 stitches. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and do 5 double crochets into here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, if that ever happens, just go into the loops in order. So you see that I took this loop and then I took the other loop. Yeah, so here are my 5. Let me count one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. Okay, so I have 5. Okay. And that, it looks like it's diagonal. So you can see like how it's kind of coming straight-ish, but not really, right here. So now you want to go into the middle or the third stitch and do a single crochet here, and basically continue the same pattern until the end of the row. Now that I've done my single crochet into here, I can't just go in here and do a single crochet. So what you want to do is find your last stitch at the end, and you want to go into that and do 3 double crochets, and so that it like kind of matches up with the beginning. So go into the last V that you have and do 3 double crochets. Okay. So you can see here what I have. Okay, so you can see how I have my shells right here, and right here, and you can kind of see it because of the big holes. And then when you look on the second row, you can see I have a shell here, half a shell right here, and another half of a shell right here. And you can see where I have done my single crochets on the last row, which is right here, and right here. These are also essential because this is the same place you're going to be doing your shells. So the same principle applies. You go in and then you do your shells into these single crochets. And then over here at the top, you want to do your single crochet to make the actual shell shape. So here, because at the beginning of the row, you're going to be doing a single crochet. So you want to chain only one. So chain one, turn your work over, and you want to single crochet into the first stitch. Now don't get mixed up between the chain and the first stitch. The first stitch is right here, not here. This is a chain. So go ahead and do a single crochet into here. And then you skip 3, and then you're automatically at the other single crochet. So then you're going to do the 5 double crochets into here. So 1, okay. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Don't skimp on these because if you do 4, then it's going to be difficult for you to find which stitch to do your single crochet in. So just go ahead and do 5 for your shells, and then you want to go into the top of the shell from the previous row, do a single crochet, and then go into here, 5 double crochet, single crochet, 5 double crochet. Okay, so now I have my shells, and then right here, you want to go in. Okay, so you want to go into the last stitch, which is right here, and do a single crochet. It's pretty much your chains. So you're going into the 3 chains that you made, and you're doing your single crochet into there. Now, as you can see, it looks kind of like my piece is coming out, but it will come out and then it will go straight like this. Same with this side. It'll come out a little bit and then it'll continue to go straight. So you want to continue this, but what happens when you're done with this and you have like these loops? Well, you want to add a border on it, and in these loops what you'll do is, depending on how deep your loops are, you're going to either add you're either going to put a double crochet, half double crochet, or you can even get away with single crochets because your loops might not be so obvious. But in this case, I'm thinking I would have to do a half double crochet, and I'll demonstrate that to you in another video. Alright, so continue making your square until the end, and I hope all goes well.